Hello and welcome to episode 95 of my Working with Todoist series. In this episode, I'd like to share with you an idea that I got from the Lavendaire YouTube channel. And Lavendaire is run by a wonderful lady called Aileen. And Aileen describes herself as being an artist of life, and if you ever go to her YouTube channel you'll find out what she actually means by being an artist for life. But in this particular episode, Aileen was going through how she plans out her goals using her particular system, and that got me thinking about how could I do that kind of system using Todoist. And I realized that, you could actually do this. And planning out your day was something that she was also talking about. And what the basic idea of what Aileen was trying to do was she picked 3 things that she had to do that particular day. And I realized, well, that's very easy to do with Todoist, but you have to have a little bit of self-discipline and a little bit of focus to actually make that happen. But it is perfectly possible to do. So what I want to do is I want to show you how you can do this in Todoist. So let's get straight into it and have a look and see how I would do this in Todoist. And by the way, I'll put a link to the particular video that Aileen was going through this in the in the notes section below on this video. So thanks for watching this episode, and let's get straight into this, and I'll show you how you can do this using Todoist. Okay, so what we have here is I'm looking at my next 7 days. Now, in Aileen's video, what she's done is she's taken the 3 top priorities for her redesign of the website, and she took those 3 items and put them into her digital to-do list, which unfortunately is Wunderlist. But how can we do this in Todoist? And she mentioned about flagging those 3 things in Wunderlist. And obviously, as you already know, that we have a flagging system in Todoist, and we have several flags. As you can see, I've got the P1 flag here and the P2 flags there, and then P3, and then down there to P4. So what we would do is, what I was thought about here was that this would be great to set up a filter for absolutely must be done today tasks. And to do that, what we do is first of all, I'm going to call it today priority. Actually, no, I'm going to use priority today because priority today. Now, here's a quick trick that you may not have realized you could do, but you can actually bold this. So I'm going to put in the double exclamation mark. That bolds the title, and I'm going to label it red. Now, the query that you would need is P1 and today, comma, overdue. And that's going to give you the filter. But look what happens when I'm going to drag this up now, because I want this at the top of my list so it's easy to access from my mobile phone. On a computer, it's very easy to access, of course, but I'm thinking about during the day when I'm out and about, I want to be out, I want to be able to see, get to this filter very quickly. So I'm going to put this at the top of my list, and what you'll notice is that bolding effect really makes it stand out, and there it is. Now, the next thing I would do is I would go into my next 7 days. Now, let's ignore today. I've been doing lots of things, but what you'll notice is tomorrow I've already got 3 priorities and these need to be done. But let's go down onto the next day, which is Monday, and I've only got 2. So what I can now do is I can have a look and see if there's other things that I want to do. Now, of course, I can review these 2 and think, well, do I really want to do these tasks? Now, one of the things I always do is I make my tickler a P1, and I can decide whether that's absolutely must be P1, and I can change the flag on that particular task if I want to. But looking down there, there's nothing else there. Tuesday I've got 2 flags, Wednesday I only have 1, Thursday 1, Friday 2. So what it means I can do here is I can now plan out my week on the 3 things that I want to do every single day. And I think this is a really good way of making sure that you're always moving forward with the things that are very important to you. So when you're doing your weekly review on a Sunday, which of course you do, you can have a look through as part of your weekly review. You look through the next 7 days and look at flagging the 3 items. Now, 3 is a very, very good number. It's a realistic number, and it's a number that's most likely that you will get done. However, the problem that you may have is if you try to say, well, I'm going to have 5 because I'm a super person. Well, that may or may not work for you. What I would do is I'd recommend that you stick with just 3. 3 priority today tasks that you must do today. And use the power of your own self-discipline to actually make that happen. Whatever happens, those 3 things are going to happen. Now remember, Todoist, when it organizes your today view, it organizes it by flag unless you actually have a time in there. So if I had set remind RK about WOD at 11 a.m. this morning, well, that would now if I had check email actions at 8 a.m. this morning, even though this is not flagged, it would be at the top because I actually have a time. So times come first, then the flags. So looking at the flag here, I've got my 2 red flags. I've obviously completed 1 already today, and I will get those done before the end of today. So there's my idea that I got from Lavendaire. I think Aileen's idea is brilliant. I've just taken it and adapted it a little bit more for Todoist, but you can use this on an everyday basis. Priority day, 3 flags, 3 P1 flags, and are due today or are overdue. That's basically it. So for those of you who missed it the first time, there's the actual query, P1 and today overdue. You all have those. They're not linked to any particular unique label that I have. Today and overdue is something that's already in the Todoist system, so you can use exactly this this code, and any red flag that is due today or is overdue will be in your priority today list. The other beauty of this is you only ever see 3 things in that particular filter, and therefore it just gives you that little extra motivation for you to get those 3 things done. Okay, quick tip for you today. I hope you found it very useful. Don't forget, for you guys who follow this episode regularly, tomorrow, Monday the 30th of January, I launch my Working with Todoist, the book. It's available on Amazon and will be available on iBooks Store. So please check it out. I hope you please buy a copy of the book. It's full of everything you need to know about Todoist. I don't think I missed anything at all. It's all in the book, and particularly if you prefer to go through things at your own pace and have a written record of all the things that you can do, then this is the book for you. So thanks very much for watching. I hope you have a very productive week, and I'll see you in the next episode.